Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. Today we're going to continue our discussion on Isekai. There are numerous Isekai titles out there, and whether you're reading the original web novels, the manga adaptations, or waiting for the anime to be released, you have a wealth of choices. There are shonen Isekai, where the main character is a teenage boy sent to save the world. There are seinen Isekai, where the world is dark and the story is more about character growth or journeys of self-discovery than getting cool new powers. Most of the older 90s Isekai were actually shoujo Isekai, where the main girl wishes for the world to become a better place, or just wishes to return home. There are even josei Isekai, where the story focuses more on the relationships and the main character works hard to achieve her dreams, rather than relying on wishes. Regardless of the target audience of the Isekai, to me, another way to categorize Isekai is by the number of people who get Isekai'd. If it's only one person, they're on their own, and they have no one who truly understands them. No one else in their new world has any idea what it's like to miss clean underwear, or pizza, or in the case of many Japanese protagonists, rice. There are a few isekai where a small group of people get isekai'd together. They're often friends, or at least classmates, and can rely on each other. They've got that camaraderie from going through the same traumatic event of getting isekai'd, often through reincarnation, and have someone with them who understands their struggles. You've also got reverse isekai, though from what I've seen, most of those have a small group of people coming to Japan rather than just one person. It's a classic fish out of water trope, but from a fantasy person's point of view, rather than a modern-day person in a medieval fantasy setting. And finally, you have isekai where a large portion of the population of this new world were originally from Earth. You have enough people to operate an entire city-state with 21st century knowledge suddenly in a medieval fantasy world. Log Horizon explores the socio-economic and geopolitical ramifications of suddenly having 100,000 people with obscene powers and technologically advanced knowledge appear in the new world. It's a very interesting story, and a rare concept among isekai. Which brings me to the subject of today's video. World's Strongest Rearguard by Toa starts out with our characters on a bus traveling through the mountains. A landslide suddenly knocks the bus off the road, and everyone on the bus is killed, including our main character, Arihito Atobe, and his boss, Kyoka Igarashi. Of course, they all wake up in the new world, but the system handling reincarnation processes each of their rebirths one at a time. Arihito, former corporate slave turned newly reincarnated human, is directed where to register as soon as he appears. Reincarnation is so common in this world, people literally work shifts giving directions to the Seekers Guild. For some reason in this world, the guild isn't called an Adventurers Guild. Instead, everyone is referred to as a Seeker. The entire economy of the city is built on Seekers. People going into dungeons, leveling up, bringing back monster materials to craft or eat, etc. And when you first get to the Seekers Guild, they have you register. You're allowed to pick any job you want, and as you level up, your skill board is based on that specific job. And when I say any job, I mean any job. Shrine Maiden, Valkyrie, Warrior, Shield Maiden, Rogue, Thief, Ninja, Acrobat, Gambler, Tennis Player, Swimming Instructor, Merchant, Beast Tamer, Boxer, Amazon, Blacksmith, Cheerleader, Cleric, Doctor, Gunsmith, Holy Knight, Runesmith, Zoologist, Property Manager. All of these and more are jobs that people have picked upon first registering with the Seekers Guild. Arihito, on his way to the front desk, overhears a couple of conversations and realizes that regardless of the class or abilities, there are basically three positions: Vanguard, Midguard, and Rearguard. Vanguards are in the van, the very front of the battle. They are often, but not always, the tanks of the party. They take the hits and let the Midguards deal the damage. Rearguards are support. Without a proper Rearguard, Vanguards can't take as much damage, and Midguards can't deal as much damage. So when given the option for what class to take, Arihito writes down Rearguard. Strange symbols appear on his registration sheet, and the receptionist pulls him aside to talk to him about what just happened. She convinces him not to tell anyone about his class and to keep it a secret. Turns out Arihito's abilities all stem from being behind the ally he's supporting. His abilities include increasing all damage dealt by anyone he's standing behind, reducing the damage his allies take so long as he's behind them, and various other abilities he learns throughout the series. He bumps into his old slave driver boss and turns down her invitation to join a party, winds up with a demi-human lizard girl, and goes exploring the dungeon on his own. I don't want to spoil too much, but I do want to say that the end of the first book reveals why they are called Seekers instead of Adventurers. Arihito and company fly through the ranks of the Seekers and begin the process of discovering more about this mysterious country filled with other people from Earth, as well as their descendants. So far, there are 5 light novels translated into English, as well as 3 volumes of the manga. The series is a lot of fun, the writing moves quickly, and the characters are all interesting with their own unique personalities and quirks. I'm excited for the next volume to be translated, no matter how long it takes. You can pick up copies of this series right now on Bookwalker or at your favorite bookstore. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this series as much as I did. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. Please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all again next time.